Hi guys, and welcome to another draft video for the mtgnoob. My name is John. I'll be your drafter today. We're doing an RTR draft. It's only a couple of weeks till gatecrash at the time of this draft, and I want to get a couple of more Return to Ravnica drafts in before we move on into a different format. And I have a heavy preference for Celestia and Rakdos in this, but there's a pack rat, so we're going to take it. Yay, pack rat! And just going to make note that Golgari is very strong in this pack. And Golgari doesn't seem to be one of the more drafted decks in mtgo. So I think we're going to go into Golgari deck, even though I have a stronger preference for Rakdos, because I think Rakdos is not going to be passed as much. And because of that point, I think I'm going to take the Thrill Kill Assassin over the Augur Spree here. I think they're very close in power level, but I think Thrill Kill Assassin is the premier common, uncommon 2-drop that you want in a Rakdos deck. And he's even good in the Golgari deck, because in the Golgari deck, of course, you're not going to be unleashing him as much, because 1-2 will trade with anything, and with that touch will trade with pretty much anything on the ground. That's good. And even though the Augur Spree is removal, and we're going to be passing it to the person to our left, we're going to be very happy with Thrill Kill Assassin. So let's take it, and let's build ourselves a black deck. And whew. Okay, so we have a very interesting pack here, right? The card that draws everyone's attention is this very shiny Supreme Verdict. For a couple of reasons. One, it's a very shiny Supreme Verdict, and someone would like to add that to the collection. And two, it's still left in the pack. That probably means the person who took it probably took the rare or the uncommon over it. The rare could be anything. It could be just a value rare. It doesn't have to send us any signal or of any kind. But the person directly to our right probably took an uncommon card from this pack. And from this contents, we could tell that there's a lack of Celestia and a lack of Rakdos cards. So I think this pack is telling us Golgari is open, like we suspected. The best Golgari card here is going to be either the Ogre Jailbreaker or the Scorpion. Not as good, but I think I'm just going to take away the Supreme Verdict. Not only is it worth ticks, and I'm not going to lie, that's a very big factor in me wanting to draft it. It's devastating against Pack Rat because, you know, you'll be sitting there making your rats, and he'll be Supreme Verdict. Sucker fool, you have nothing, I'm going to win. And that feels bad, and I don't want to pass a fourth pick Supreme Verdict and have someone blow us out with it. And I think we're going to be drafting Golgari now. Like I said before, I think we're going to be punished because we passed so many Golgari cards in our opening pack when we took the Pack Rat. But, you know, what are you going to do? We took Pack Rat. So pack 2, we're going to suffer a little bit. But Golgari is least drafted. I think Rakdos and Celestia is definitely going to be drafted to our right based on the signals of the first 3 packs. And we're going to take the Grizzly Salvage to search for a Pack Rat or the lands to make our Pack Rat good. So there you go. And, ooh, okay. The card I said ooh about is the Treasure Find, because I think it's going to wheel to us, and we want a card like Treasure Find in case someone has removal for a Pack Rat, so we could just get it back. I don't want to take it early because I see cards that I do want to use in my deck, namely Golgari Guildgate, Trestle Troll, Drudge Beetle, and Deviant Glee is fine. It's a great card, but I don't think we need to like aura it up for us to win since we have the power of the rat. I think I'm going to take the Trestle Troll. Basically, what I want to do is live long enough for the rat to take over and have ways to rebuy the rat. So hopefully the Treasure Find will wheel to us. And this pack over here. Not much. We got a Sewer Shambler in order for us to scavenge up. We also have a Launch Party, which is removal. And I think we're going to take the Launch Party here. Sewer Shambler, again, it's nothing special when you play it. It's pretty much there to scavenge for its 3 casting cost, which is very cheap, but I think the removal spell is going to be key here for us. We don't want to lose to like a Blommy Fly or anything. Let's aura it up and ready to go. Okay, I think I'm going to just take the Guildgate here in case we get Ogre Jailbreaker, or we could splash red for our deck. Nothing else here really excites us. If someone Essence backlashes us, our Pack Rat, you know, they deserve it. Okay, and this pack here is full of disappointments. I think the best card overall power level is the Rakdos Keyrune, but I'm pretty sure this isn't a signal to go Rakdos. This is more like what's left over after all the Rakdos cards got taken from the pack. I think we're just going to take a Sewer Shambler just for the scavenge cost. We don't have a 3-drop besides this, so, you know, we'll just take it. Again, nothing special, nothing great. It's something just for us to have. There's a Dread Reveler. which shines more in a a Rakdos deck instead of Golgari deck, but I think it's the best pick for us. I don't think we're going to want cards like Chorus of Might, like Bump Spells. I don't think we're going to splash white for anything. We might open something, but I don't know if we want to splash white for it, because taking an unknown over a known quantity like a Reveler is pretty good. It's pretty bad, and Reveler is a solid card. I think we're going to just take the Perilous Shadow here. Again, we're going to build up our black forces, and yep, looks like all of our Golgari picks got taken. So maybe we have to be Rakdos. I don't know. But I think Golgari is open. But after like people get late Golgari picks, especially from our pack, which had 3 very good Golgari cards inside of it, people might change their mind. So we'll just take the spawn. Yeah, we're gonna take the Mizium skins over the rare. Oh, Treasure Find Wheel, awesome. The reason why we took the Mizium skins is because we have a pack rat. And because we have a pack rat and its power level is incredibly high, if it comes down to it, we might have to just do like 33 lands, 1 pack rat, Mizium skins like Dispel, Rootbound Defenses deck, where we just mulligan into pack rat, protect it with one of our spells, and just make rats with the rest of our draws and be happy with it. So we passed up on a late Selesnya Guildgate, excuse me, because we didn't think we were going to splash white, and we opened a card that we would definitely want to splash for, and I think we're definitely going to splash for. If this card wasn't here, I'd definitely be thinking about the Thrillkill Assassin or the Hellhole Flailer. I think those are the next 2 best cards in this pack by far. There's also a Gorehouse Chainer, which is a fine 2-drop. Golgari Long Legs, solid dude, fine. Pursuit of Flight, which I think is very excellent in this format, where you want to put auras or like common bond tokens or anything else like that to build your own dragon. But the power level of the blessing is too high. I'm going to take it. We do have a Grizzly Savage in order for us to maybe splash for the white. But, you know, it's just power levels too high, too easily splashable in the Golgari deck that we hopefully are in. And I think that's just a pick because of the power level. This pick here is pretty bad. I think we're going to be taking one of our 2-drops here. It's going to either be the Drudge Beetle or the Brush Strider. I think because of the Scavenge, we're going to want the Drudge Beetle, and because of the fact that we're not enhancing the Brush Strider's toughness with an enchantment in our deck or common bond tokens, I think the clear pick is Drudge Beetle here, and we're not happy with it, but at least it's a card that will make our deck and something to be okay with. Okay, the picks here, the best card is the Liev Sky Knight. Azorius is, of course, underdrafted because its relative power level is low. When I say that, it means that if I have a Selesnya deck and someone has an Azorius deck and we were just to mash the creatures together into a fight without any instants or sorceries, even though Azorius will have flying, the power level of the creatures in Selesnya is too high for the Azorius deck to overcome, even if they have Detain. If you start mixing in tricks, of course the equation becomes worse, but the green tricks are actually better than the white-blue tricks. So I think, in my opinion, Selesnya beats Azorius straight out in a fight, and you need something really special for you to draft Azorius over Selesnya. In this pack, I think we're just going to be taking our best dude possible, and I think in this situation it's going to be the Dagger Drone Imp. Usually want 1 or 2 Dagger Drone Imps in the deck like this, so you could like put some Scavenge tokens in it and gain some life gain. And I think I'd rather have a Dagger Drone Imp than Golgari Long Legs in a deck like this for now, because I want to drop Pack Rat hopefully and start making Pack Rat tokens. That means I'm never going to have 5 mana. Hopefully I'll never have 5 mana, add that and the Golgari Long Legs, because I just would want to make another Pack Rat token, get to 6 lands, and start making 2 Pack Rat tokens. This pack is full of nothing for us. The most powerful card here is a Thought Flare, but unfortunately Thought Flare is an Izzet, and Izzet again is underpowered. Probably the most underpowered deck period in Return to Ravnica. And this pick here is going to be close. It's going to be either the Guildgate or the Towering Indrik. I think I'm just going to take the Towering Indrik here. I want the high toughness, and I want to live long enough for us to cast Pack Rat, or to find Pack Rat even. And this pack over here is full of nothing. Whenever a creature you don't control dies, return to the battlefield. Sure, that seems okay, I guess. It's low. You don't have removal. except for launch party. Nothing here really speaks to me. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the Great Betrayal here. Maybe we'll pick up a lot of removal and we could use it. Probably not, but you know, you never know. Okay, we're running out of steam here, it seems like. I'm gonna hide this for now. I'm gonna hide this for now too. Let's see. Yeah, we're definitely running out of steam here. I think more people in Golgari because of the fact that my pack had 3 great Golgari cards again. So we might be fighting more people for Golgari, but Rakdos wasn't open, so it wasn't like even a viable choice. I'm just gonna take Druid's Deliverance here. Maybe the fog effect will give us some time to develop our board of pack rats. And of course, the populate for the pack rat token doesn't hurt. We're just gonna be picking the best card for us, which is Dead Reveler. Aerial Predation is a fine sideboard card, but we have 2 Trestle Trolls and a Towering Drake, so the Air Force isn't going to affect us too much, I believe. Although I could always be wrong. This pack is full of nothing. I want none of these cards, so I'm just gonna take away on Spawn from somebody. And this pack is full of nothing again. Sure, let's take a Hussar Patrol over somebody. Let's take away Dramatic. Sure, a second Museum Skills for Plan B. I don't care what we take. I'm just gonna hide the stuff. So, in pack 1, we theorized that we were going to get punished in pack 2. And boy, did we ever get punished in pack 2. Our pack 2, besides the collective blessing that we're splashing for, is full of nothing good for us. So we suffered through pack 2. Hopefully we'll be able to make other people suffer in pack 3. Maybe not. And wow, look at this pack, guys. This pack is full of power. There's a Guild Mage here, which is very powerful. Izzet Charm, Augury Spree for removal. Giant Growth, which I think is the second best pump spell available in Celestia. Celestia pump deck, and of course the Jared's Order that we could tutor up a pack rat for. But I don't think I could take a tutor, a forecasting cost tutor, over a Guild Mage here. I think the Guild Mage power is just too high for me to pass up for a Jared's Order. And this pack has a lot of reasonably high-powered cards, and there's a good chance that the order could be passed back to us. So hopefully it'll wheel. If not, we'll live. We'll live. I'm gonna take the Assassin Strike here. It's a removal spell. It's our second removal spell in our deck. It's something we do need, and we're gonna be happy to take. Okay, and all right. This pack is full of cards that I don't like too much. The Axebane Guardian could serve as additional mana for Collective Blessing, but I don't think we're really an Axebane Guardian type deck here. The Golgari Charm is utility. The Long Legs is pretty good. Impact, Course of Might, meh. I think the pick is you're going to be the Guardian or the Long Legs. Do I want the Long Legs or the Guardians? Oh, let's see the cost sword here, see how it flies. We do have a lot of 2s. We do have some 3s. Yeah, I think we're pretty set on 2s and 3s. Like, this would help us accelerate into our 2 6s and no 5s. So we're just going to take the Long Legs here. It's a beat stick. We're going to be happy with it. So this is another interesting choice here. I think the choice is between the Trestle Troll and the Ogre Jailbreaker. We don't have any on-color Guild Gates. And we're lacking packs for us to get more on-color Guild Gates. But the fact that this is a 4/4 and it's going to be hard for us to break through with our guys is the reason why we're going to take that over the Trestle Troll. And unfortunately, wow, that's a really late Blood Fray Giant. Geez, maybe Rakdos was open. Because we could have had a pretty sick Rakdos deck. I don't know. We didn't see any 2-drops, really. Could have had some good, like, Pursuit of Flight, Bloodfray Giant, like Rakdos deck, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility now. I'm going to take Jailbreaker here for the same reasons stated before. Not too happy about it, but it is what it is. Shambler or the Key Rune? I think I just want the mana developers here. I don't want to get a second Shambler. I don't know if 2 Shamblers are going to make my deck anyway. This pack, there's another Search the City in this draft. Yay. Sure, we're going to take away a Skull Rend away from somebody. And, wow. I guess we're going to take away Rootbound defenses away from somebody, and that's going to help our plan of maybe going with like 36 lands, Rootbound defense, Mizium skins, and Pack Rat. Let's just take the Gilgate just because we have 2 Ogres. Nothing exciting here. We're just going to take away another spawn of Brixmati. Mind Rot might make our deck, might not, but you know, it's a solid spell. Not too appreciated in this format, but you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, just take away Battlehorn. Sure. Sure. Okay, draft portion's over, and the best thing I could say about this deck is that we have a Pack Rat. Which I guess isn't saying much because the best part of almost anybody's deck with a Pack Rat is the fact that they have a Pack Rat. But the power level of this deck is relatively poor in my opinion. We don't have too many other ways of winning besides Pack Rat. We do have the Collective Blessing, but our attackers are pretty piss poor here. Get these in here. Attackers are pretty piss poor. So, boom. Okay. Boom. Boom. We have 15 dudes. 2 of them can attack, period. The other 2 can attack conditionally. If we don't play any Gilgates, we're going to be down to 11 creatures that can attack. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 All right. I've gathered my thoughts for a little bit, and I think we have to come to the realization that our deck is going to be Pack Rat, or it's going to be crap. So our whole goal is to build around and support our Pack Rat. I do want 18 mana sources. The Golgari Key Rune is going to act as our 18th land source. So we're going to want 2 additional spells from this pile. I've also decided that I want to play the Gilgate because I want to attack with the Jailbreaker, and the land coming into play tapped shouldn't be too much of a factor because ideally we want to play the Pack Rat on turn 5. So we're going to have 5 mana, play it, and 3 mana, make a Pack Rat token in case they have a removal spell. We do have a deck that's a little bit aggressive, but for the most part, we should be able to live that long. We have all of our 4-drops are 4 toughness. 2 of our 3-drops are 4 toughness again. We have 2 more that are 3 toughness that can play defense. A Sewer Shambler that we don't mind trading and just going to the graveyard. And our 2-drops are respectable, and the Thrill Kill Assassin is an all-star on offense and all-star on defense. It almost always trades up. That's why the value of this card is so high in my mind. And to support the Pack Rats, I think I'm going to run some discard, because I think what people are going to do when they see a Pack Rat is they're going to put removal in and they're going to try to race. So they're going to put early pressure on. If I stifle the early pressure, I could Mind Rot and Skin Rend the removal spell that they were saving for the Pack Rat, and then that means they won't have multiple removal spells when they play Pack Rat turn 5. So if I play Pack Rat turn 5 and able to produce a token with the Pack Rat, then they're going to need 2 removal spells, once on my turn, probably once on my turn, once on their turn, for them to kill it. These 2 discarded spells will probably, hopefully, change the math on that, and we have an easy splash with the Rakdos Skill Gates. And we're still going to be running the 18 land sources, and I think we should be okay with that. We also have a treasure find that's almost exclusively going to find us the Pack Rat if it happened to die with 2 removal spells or anything. So we're going to be Team Pack Rat here. At land, suggest. Why do we need a red source? Because of Skullrend? That's 2 is fine, so we don't need you. The planes, I only want to keep 1 of. We don't have any ways to search it out, but we do have the Grizzly Salvage to help, I guess, loot for it, or, you know, Forbidden Alchemy for it, Ponder for it, whatever effect you want to call it for it. And we also do have, yeah, Treasure Find in case it goes to the graveyard somehow, like milling and bringing it back. But if I'm going to Treasure Find for the planes, I better be sure that I'm going to be killing that opponent with that. So let's see if the black and the green are right, and I don't think that's correct. With 9 swamps and 2 Rakdos Guild Gates, I would have 11 black sources. And then I think that's too much. I think I want an 8-7 split. And 8-7 in the lands, because 6 swamps plus 2 Guild Gates, 7 forests. Plus we have 1 more over here with this. I think that's fine. There's nothing really we want to play early turn 2, except for the Drudge Beetle, and, you know, if we don't play Drudge Beetle turn 2, we still have other options of some just black mana costing 2 drops for us to drop. So we're done. Okay, we're not done. We're missing a land. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we're gonna add 1 more swamp here. Now we're gonna be done. I'm gonna submit, and hopefully we'll see you for round 1. Thanks for watching, guys.